people were thinking about how, their own future. Palestine is a part of that. So anyway, because they're so weak, they're using the state against us to repress us. When I say us, it's in the widest sense of the word. I've mentioned it a few times recently, but Julian Assange is in his 8th year of dying in prison for telling us about UK and British war crimes. And he's done for journalism. They didn't have to pass a new law, they merely defined journalism as spying, and that went through. So lawfare is doing that. It's moving from above to silence critical voices. And it's a response to Israeli unpopularity, and it's Israel's choice of how to respond. I mean, there's a couple of freaks on the Cannon Street, right, who defend the massacre of Palestinians, who defend euthanizing Palestinians. They're relatively insignificant, right? Israel, at a level of popular opinion, is not getting anywhere fast. That's not how they respond, through popular persuasion, through putting articles in newspapers to win us over. I think they realise they're not going to win us over. What they want to do is silence critical voices. And as David said, the thing about, I'm going to disagree with him. We're going to get a good disagreement tonight. I don't see it as a distraction at all. I see it as inevitable. If you throw a ball up, it's going to come down. Don't complain if it comes down. Right? And if you stand up to imperial war abroad in Iraq, or genocide in Gaza, and the state comes after you, is anybody surprised? It is absolutely inevitable. It's always been inevitable that when you stand up for these things that go in the core interests of the government, they come after a few people. And far from wearing us down, that's the goal for sure. I mean, in America, they've got so much money to attack one chapter of Students for Justice for Palestine, and they can grind them down. There's no doubt about it. Because they're in a university, university authorities can expel them, can make life difficult for them. So I'm not saying that this doesn't work. I'm saying it doesn't work here. Because if some of us go on trial for anti-Semitism, or for anything really, our defence is always to talk about what's happening in Palestine. You're a terror, you've done something. I've got one trial coming up for organising a big demonstration during COVID regulations, right? So they've used COVID regulations, and that was when Boris Johnson and his chums were having bring your own booze parties in 10 Downing Street. They never went to court. They never appeared in court. But they were doing bring your own booze parties, and we had a demonstration of 15,000 in Glasgow against the massacre. So I'm